these are the exercises that I usually don't do, or it's not something that I do on a daily. However, lately I've been feeling really good in the mornings after cardio, so I just added it for fun. I did a little bit of abs too, a little bit of shoulders, and that was pretty much it.
Morning guys, so I just did a little bit of cardio, a little bit of abs, and now we'll be doing a little bit of mobility and stretching. Today again we will be training with Ashley, so I am excited, but at the same time I just hate waiting. I mean in the mornings before I go to train, because she likes to train a little later. So because that's the case, I now will be having more time to eat. I'm probably gonna eat at least 2 to 3 meals. We'll see. Then of course I'll finish my check-ins before that, and yeah, and get ready to train shoulders. And we will be doing a grocery haul to Trader Joe's, which again, it's going to be super exciting because I've never been there. So she said that she is excited for me to meet Joe, and I am excited too, so stay tuned. Okay guys, so I just went on a little walk after I ate my breakfast, and because I'm still waiting for Ashley to be ready, I will be eating again second time. So it's going to be my muffins with a little bit of yogurt, almond butter, and then I'll meet her at Cult Fitness, and hopefully after that we'll be going to Trader Joe. Quick interruption guys, but Bunny just launched their new collection, Vita collection. I will include some videos, some photos here for you to check. Go to the website, it just launched yesterday. Code Laura10 to save yourself some money, and of course support me during the launch, which again really helps me in the future. So let's get back to the video.
And finally, we got to the gym and started our workout. So, to be honest, I probably said it already, but I really don't like training later in the day, although I know it has been probably just 10 a.m. or 10:30. But for me, it is later, and I usually like to start my workouts at 7 a.m., sometimes 6, sometimes 8, depending on how busy my morning is. For example, on check-in days on Fridays, I definitely start my workouts a little bit later because I need to get back to my clients first, and then I can train, because if I would be training and thinking about all of the client work I have to do and all the things that I need to tell them, programs that I need to fix or create, of course, new plans, I will be so stressed in my workout and it won't work. And in order for you to have the best workouts and the best results, you need to be fully focused and fully in it. Although I know sometimes life gets in the way, sometimes we are stressed, sometimes circumstances are not ideal and we are simply not in it. But if you can plan your day around your workout and make sure that you are really focused during that hour and a half, no matter how long you are training, but if you are really focused and doing that consistently, you will be seeing better results for sure, instead of just going through movements, doing tens and millions of things, speaking with friends, chatting on your phone or scrolling, or just basically not being in it. Because I promise you, you will be doing the same movements. Yes, you will be doing the same training program, but the intensity, the intent, the mindset, everything will be not the same. And then of course results will be way you will get basically less results. I know I already spoken quite a bit and didn't even mention what we have been doing here with Ashley. So we started our workout with lateral raises on a cable, single arm, which again, that exercise is my absolute favorite, especially in the beginning of my training, since I can feel really good mind muscle connection with it. I can feel really good burn, and it works a lot better than dumbbells since I just can isolate a bit better too. And also another good thing is a single arm, so again, I can focus on each side separately. And then we moved on into superset, which we did it seated. And again, seated is a bit better, feels a little bit better than standing, since we are on a bench and we are isolating and avoiding unnecessary swinging the weights, although you still saw I was swinging weights quite a bit, but I promise you guys that was the end of it. And I just tried to push it to the limits, and usually I allow some swinging by the end of the exercise or when I do partials, because I'm still able to target my muscles, I'm still able to feel the burn, but it's not like I'm doing that always, it's just in the end of the exercise when I literally cannot lift the weight anymore, so I allow a little bit of swinging. And then I even added some heavy partials in the end with heavy dumbbells, the ones that I wouldn't be able, of course, to do a full lateral raise, just a partial, but I found that it works quite well and it really burns. This is actually something that Ashley inspired me previous weekend that we trained with to do. I tried it and I really liked it, although it's not something that I do all the time, but I like to implement things like that. It works just as great as any intensity technique. Usually I prefer drop sets, sometimes rest pause sets. Usually rest pause I do more for lower body. You can see I'm dying here, oh my gosh. Usually I prefer rest pause sets for lower body, and I do more drop sets for my upper body. Also, I found that for my shoulders, doing more supersets just works super well, since it's such a small body part, such a small muscle group, and I feel like it can recover quite well. And when I do single exercises, it sometimes isn't enough, if that makes sense. I feel like supersets works a little bit better, especially if that's something lighter. You can even see here I'm doing alternating arm front raises, again seated. I keep holding the weight in front of me while I do a front raise, which again, this is brutal. I promise you must try. Although this is something that of course I did just for one last set because simply I didn't want it to overdo either. Although I felt quite strong, I still, you still need to make sure that oh, actually that wasn't the last. Okay, again, so honestly guys, I completely forgot what I did, so I'm just trying to explain. And apparently we are doing one more partial set, which again, I was trying to tell you that you shouldn't overdo. Yeah, I did 2 sets of these. Oh my gosh, just make sure that you're not overdoing and you are recovering, because I promise you, more isn't always better. And if you are feeling constantly sore or extremely sore after your workouts and it limits your training during the next ones, it's not ideal, and it's definitely not allowing you to progress better. You will be progressing a lot better by implementing smarter training approach, training just enough for your muscles to be stimulated, to be, of course, really push yourself. You should be pushing yourself and training hard, but then again, as I said, to the limit where you can still recover and do better and better each session. Then we moved on into face pulls. This is actually still one of my favorites for rear delts. I feel like I can isolate really good. Although I prefer this exercise seated on a bench because it allows me to lift a little bit heavier, because when I stand I feel like the weight is pulling me to the front. Although leaning back helps, it's still not the same. Sometimes I even do it kneeling, not on a bench but just kneeling. It also can be quite isolating and feels quite nice. But today we did it standing and it still of course works. I even added some drop sets. I believe I did 2 sets of 2 last sets, and those were drop sets. Again, the mini thing that I do with these also, I like to hold a pause at the top of the movement, which really makes those rear delts burn. And I also find that it really helps with my muscle connection. It really improves that, and especially if you are struggling, just make sure that you are doing exercises slowly, you're pausing, you are applying slower tempo. It's way better than to just swing the weight, go extremely heavy and not feel the muscle at all, especially if you are not nailing your technique first and you are just simply swinging heavy weights and you are trying to go to the limits without actually nailing the form first. It's so easy to get injured, and then of course if you are injured you cannot train, and it's definitely not something that you want to do, because this way of course you won't be progressing at all, because if you cannot train, how can you progress, you know? So yeah, those things are really important. And then of course we moved on into both of ours favorite. We both agree that this exercise is amazing. Rear delt fly with just a single arm. I feel like with this exercise you can isolate the rear delt so well. I also like crossover, doing it with both arms, but just single arm feels so well. Although as you can see here, I'm still allowing myself a little bit of a swing by the end of the set. Not in the beginning, but by the end, it still works. But as I said, you should be limiting your swinging as much as possible, really slowing down your tempo, focusing on the movement itself and making those rear delts burn and then of course grow. Then I promise you guys, we are going to an end. I realized that this workout probably was a little longer than I anticipated, but it still was pretty good. And yeah, so we moved on into machine shoulder press. This one probably isn't my favorite just because I feel like the angle isn't the best. Honestly, I even prefer dumbbells over this one, but we did machine today, and that day, not today. It's a couple days later. But it still felt pretty good, pretty heavy, of course. This is what you want with presses. Of course, presses are one of those exercises that I definitely wouldn't do a lot of supersets with, because I feel like with this one, we definitely need more time to recover, to push just as heavy, because if you are not recovering in between sets, again, you won't be progressing as well, and then you will be feeling weaker each set, which again, that's not the goal. You want to get stronger. You want to make sure that you are resting enough and pushing just as heavy every single set, if not heavier, because this is how we grow. This is how we progress. I feel like I keep repeating a lot of similar things, but those things are really important. Those things matter, and you need to be intentional and smart with your training. So Ashley was trying to help me here. By the end, I believe she did help me on last reps. Very minimally. I still did a big chunk of work. As you can see, I was struggling by my face. It's pretty clear to see. But if you don't push, you won't grow. And the goal is, of course, to grow those baby shoulders. Because I must admit, girls in the bikini league right now, especially, of course, speaking of highest level Olympian stuff, which is some of my goal, of course. Not some, it's my goal. Those girls are big and those girls are muscular, and I am so petite that I definitely trying my best to keep up. Although I know that my little bones, my little frame it's just impossible for me to carry that much of a muscle on such petite frame. So it's not like I'm gonna be as muscular as them. But I'm just trying my best to pack as much muscle as possible on my little frame. And then of course, depending on how things goes, what the judges' feedback will be, I will be making adjustments moving forward. Although, as I said, I feel a little stressed watching lately shows, and especially bikini shows, where girls, as I said, they are big and they are amazing. They are so muscular, and I'm just trying to keep up here. So that's my main concern with competing now. I forgot to bring heels.
Oh no!
platform is clear?
So they're opposing heel shape, but you're not supposed to wear these on stage. It's like for photo shoots or if you want to go out. But she basically just took the shape of the clear and just made it opaque.
But it's also like a practice shoe, I guess, or
Yeah. Or going out shoe a practice shoe. Yeah.
Your muscles like are so round.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Definitely not lacking like fullness, roundness.
Yeah.
Sure.
I need to get leaner now. So I think that's my
How far away
concern.
are you?
I would be 5 weeks.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm not fully in it. Because I keep thinking I'm focused and then.
Heck yeah. But you know, it's with sneakers you can,
I wish we could pose with the sneakers.
that would be so amazing, or just barefoot.
Oh, should we walk to it?
Do you want to walk first? Yeah, okay, let's do it.
I didn't know if you wanted
Or we can actually just, you come from that side.
Oh, look at that! That's so smart. Yeah, let's do that. Thank you.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, definitely. So, workout is done. It was pretty short, but I would say pretty sweet. What do you think?
I didn't even realize it was short. I thought that was just a normal one.
Okay, a normal workout. Then we tried to do a little bit of cardio post-workout, which was okay. We did like, how much? Like 20 minutes or something? Yeah. And then we saw that posing room is free, and we ran there to save our spot because it was occupied for a really, really long time. So we posed. It's good for both of us because if we are honest, we are not the best at it, to say the least. So we need that accountability, and we're kind of keeping that for each other, I guess. And now we will be going to Trader Joe's to meet Joe, as Ashley said. Yeah, so we're gonna explore a little bit, and then of course gonna go back home and do our stuff. So stay tuned. I'm gonna use the bottom of your card. Okay, so I am just going back after Trader Joe's. I'll show you what I got. Oh my goodness, it is so windy. It's about to, I feel like the storm is coming or something because it is so crazy here. So let's see. And also guys, today I also will be raising a little bit of my carb intake. So we'll see how my body responds, because yesterday I had high carb again, and I don't know, but I feel like I dropped a little bit of weight. Even I think if my scale showed correctly, I dropped 2 pounds, which is about a kilo after high carb. So I guess my body really wants it and really needs it. So yeah, let's just see how it goes. And not how it goes. Oh my gosh, I'm such a mess. I'm really sorry guys. Today I feel like messy. I feel out of place. I feel like, I don't know, just weird. Not like myself, but we should be good tomorrow, because as I said, I'm having high carb today and it should get a lot better. So stay tuned. And now I'm gonna show you what I got at Trader Joe's. So I wish I could be high energy all the time, but you know, it's prep. It is what it is. Today I'm not the highest energy. The storm is coming. I slept pretty poorly, but what's good is that we have high carb. So I'm going to be sharing you quickly what I got at Trader Joe's. Oh gosh. So I got 2 very ripe avocados, which I love. I'm gonna add this on my fish meal. Then I got some nutritional yeast flakes, which I absolutely love and are obsessed with. Then 2 cucumbers. Also this new spice with mushrooms, kind of a mix for, I don't know, probably fish. I'm gonna use it on fish. Then a little bit of cauliflower rice, which again I can mix with rice and make my rice more voluminous, which is really nice on top. Then some European sea bass, which I'm obsessed with and I absolutely love. So bringing some European things here. And then almond butter with no salt. I chose no salt and crunchy just because I can always add salt, and then if I don't need salt, I can eat it just like that. So it's pretty simple and pretty self-explanatory. But now I gotta go change and finally eat. Before ending this video, I really wanted to speak about one important topic that has been bothering me a lot. And lately, I've been sharing more progress of my clients. And of course, results are amazing. And some people get envious. And I will never tolerate comments like that under my girls' transformations, under their progress photos. Honestly, it bothers me a lot. I spoke about this on my Instagram already, and you can say whatever you want about me, about my physique, about how I look, about my results, what was better, what was worse. But when it comes down to my girls, I know how hard they work. I know their struggles. I know what they are going through mentally. Everyone is so different. Everyone has went through different things, but they all were showing up. They are putting in the work consistently. And this is how we are achieving those results. And when I share it, I want to inspire people. And of course, even them, they are so happy. They are happy about their results. But I know that reading those comments and seeing things like that, it's really, it feels terrible, to be honest. And those people that are saying those things, they are envious, they are jealous, they are weak, they cannot succeed themselves, and they are too lazy to do it. Because yeah, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of consistency. With some of my girls, we are working 3-4 years already, and this is why they have those results. This is why they look the way they look. They've been consistent. They were showing up, and this is the result. So if you don't have nothing nice to say, never ever say something that can hurt somebody. You never know what somebody is going through. You never know how deep their word will cut them, because I've struggled a lot after reading comments online. I've been through dark moments in my life. it was really difficult. Right now, of course, I'm doing way better. I understand that there's social media, people will be negative. I'm done with reacting about on things that is being said about me. But as I said, when it comes down to my clients and my girls, I will always protect them, and I will never ever let somebody talk shit about them or their results or anything like that. So as I said, just be kind human being. It doesn't cost you anything. If anything, just don't waste your energy on people you don't like, or that something is triggering you. You don't waste energy on it. Just go and do something nice for yourself. So that's my message. And then the last thing, I am right now accepting one-on-one clients. I'm leaving the form for you to apply below. Let me know more about your struggles, goals, expectations, and hopefully we'll be able to begin our journey together. I won't be able to accept a lot of new girls. I only have a couple spots right now just because I want to keep my high quality of coaching. And then of course later, when we are done with some of my current clients, I will be opening up more spots as I go. But for now, just a couple more and we will be wrapping there. And yeah, guys, I really appreciate you. I love you. I'll see you in my next vlog, which definitely will be more about my own prep updates instead of course, us training with Ashley. This one was basically for us, but stay tuned for more. Soon we are competing, we're showing up, we're not getting scared, although I have some things to say about the future, my thoughts on competing and everything, and how bikini is going. So stay tuned for that, and until then, I'll see you in the next video.